Yo, what's going on? It's Edwin Maker Jr., aka Mr. Dubois. So right now I'm on my way to Pumphrey. I'm going to interview Mr. David Lloyd Marcus, filmmaker, screenwriter, author. He's going to show me around Pumphrey, show me his hood, and tell me about how he got started. So stay tuned. Got my boy Mr. Psychs in the background. You can't see him, but he'll be interviewing people also. Come take a ride with me. All right, let's go. Yo, it's Edwin Maker Jr., also known as Mr. Dubois. Right now I'm in Pumphrey, beautiful Pumphrey. I got Mr. David Lloyd Marcus joining me today. He's gonna show me his hood and, tell me how he got started in the industry.
Thank you, brother.
Brother, appreciate you joining me, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. So I'm a little bit familiar with this area, but
Okay.
this is Pumphrey, not that far from Brooklyn, right?
Right, Brooklyn, right down the street, about a mile away.
Got you. And this is actually the home that you grew up in, right?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Yeah, man.
Lived with my mom, grandmother. My mom was 17 when she got pregnant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Ruined my grandma's plans for her for college. But I'm glad that she kept me. You know what I mean? And I'm here. So yeah, and it was me, her, and my grandma for a good 6 or 7 years before we moved with my dad. Yeah.
Got you. So I see you got your got the relationship shirt on.
Oh yes, sir. Relationships, Sex, Lies, Love.
So I'm gonna definitely get some apparel. Want to cap some of your books from you.
And I got books for y'all today too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a little walk. Tell me how you got started in the industry, and just show me your hood.
Okay, man. Let's go.
Cool. David, so tell me where we at right now.
Y'all, Pumphrey, man. We're at the Lloyd Keyser Center, which is named after my mother's oldest brother, my Uncle Butch.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's named after him because the first time the USA ever beat Russia in the Olympics, it was him. And he's the first black medalist in history. So we got some black history out here, man. It's a big deal. Yeah.
So your heritage runs deep out here then.
Yeah, man. For sure.
All right, so tell me how you got started in the industry. Tell me how, what motivated you and how'd you become a filmmaker?
Man, I was in the car business. I'm 42 now.
Okay.
I was in the car business since I was 19. And one day, man, one of my closest female friends, I'm on the phone with her, Brandy. Shout out to Brandy. And telling her, man, I believed that it was something more that I was supposed to be doing. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But that feeling started coming.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a few months after that, I got this movie idea. I was like, let me try to see if I could write a script or sell the idea. So I started looking up how to write a premise. I wrote it, man, and I used to let my customers read it.
Okay.
And they loved it. So from then I was like, BET had a film competition that came on TV. I was like, let me see if I can write a script, if I can write the premise to it. Look how to format it, final draft, and then I'm just like, wrote the script, and I wrote it so easily. It's like, maybe there's something to this.
Yeah.
Had all my friends over the house, had them do like a little table read. I didn't know it was called a table read at that time. I was just saying, come over, I got something to show y'all.
Learn it right.
Yeah. And so I told them, I said, we're going to shoot a movie. They bust out laughing. I had drinks and food for them. I said, just read this. You going to be Keisha. You going to be this. Man, by the time we finished reading that script, they gave me a round of applause, man. And they were like, no, we could do a play. And all of a sudden they see all these ideas.
Now. Everybody with
it was so good, right? And then from there, man, the dealership shut. We lost the dealership a month after that. So my way I was going to fund my little short was the dealership. After that, man, that was when the book idea came to me and I realized it's a lot cheaper to fund a book than a film.
That's true.
So then the same thing, I start writing down my chapter titles and I started typing a book, and before I knew it, I had a book in about 3 months. And that came easily to me. And that's when I recognized it as a gift that I had in writing, man, and things been going ever since. That was about 2009 when the recession hit. We shut down, but I didn't publish that first book until 2012.
Okay. I can definitely attest to that, because I remember when I was in college, it was like that process. I felt I was definitely in there like wasting money. Like, I actually went to school for culinary arts.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that, and it was like, it's that struggle. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm not passionate about that. But I took like that one acting class, and that kind of sparked it. Like, not only can I act, I'm like, I can put myself in my own movies, control my own narrative. So I definitely know that struggle though, because I was sitting there like, everybody know what they want to do, but I feel like I'm the only one who don't.
And I was doing something that I loved, and I still like selling cars this day, and I was making money. But everything time you making money don't mean you fulfilled.
Right.
I've been fulfilled ever since I found this.
Gotcha.
And so that's how I know is what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about this.
Yeah. It's like next to God, like God is the only thing that comes before it.
Yeah.
Like God and family.
For sure.
So I feel you on that one. So I saw Walk in My Shoes. That was a great movie, by the way.
Thank you.
So tell me about Dr. Outs. Tell me about your books. Because I like, the thing, I think like one of the best qualities about you, knowing you for the time that I've known you, it's just you keep it real. Like, you don't try to hurt nobody's feelings, but you just tell the truth. And I can tell, I think you can kind of attest to it. Like, I find myself, like, how I write my scripts, it's like every character got like a little piece of me. So it's like, that's not what he would say, that's what I would say. Yeah. And I know you be thinking, like, you be sitting there when you rolling and the camera rolling, you like they about to say the line. That's what I would say. Like, and all they doing is telling the truth.
They telling the truth, yeah.
Yeah. So is it kind of like these characters that got like a piece of you, and you just trying to be honest with the audience?
I think so, because it's funny that you said that. I never looked at it in that way. They all have, but they do. Like, even in my latest book, and that I'm turning into a movie, the woman character is still a huge piece of me, just like the male character.
Yeah.
And that's the life of an alpha male. And that involves therapy, just like Walking My Shoes. Dr. Ouch is a straight shooter as well, but she's more like my conscience.
I got you.
And Mason, played by the great Awesome, Mason is more like me, David, how he navigated through his walk with women. Yeah, so every character, you're right. And even in Walking My Shoes, the little girl, that's how I felt as a kid in a relationship with my parents. So I never, you helped me see something today. I never looked at it like that.
That's how it be, because like we finished Life Goes On this summer. It'll be dropping eventually, probably next spring. But it's like I feel like every one of my characters in that movie has like a piece of me, and it's just like that being honest. I know you focus a lot on relationships, and like, I don't know, you big on accountability.
Yes.
So it's like when you, like, 9 times out of 10 when people state a problem, like, they majority of that problem. So like, if you just tweak or twitch this, it's like it'll take you to a whole nother different level. So I don't know, I got a low tolerance for nonsense.
If you look at it from Walking My Shoes, I don't know if you saw Strategy, my web series, but Strategy, the Battle in Your Mind. That's about spiritual warfare, but it's still raw, thought-provoking, and puts that mirror in front of you. It's not a David Lloyd Marcus project that I've created yet that doesn't put that mirror right in front of you.
Got you. So tell me about Dr. Ouch and how you come up with that concept.
So with the first book, I knew it was going to be a little raw, and I knew it might hurt. And I'm like, but people need it.
Right.
So if you put all that together, a doctor, when they give you a needle, it might hurt, but it's what you need.
Right.
And so that's when I came up with the concept, like, I'm injecting the truth. Like, it's going to be a little painful. And then that's when I hit my cousin up. I said, yo, I'm going to go get this doctor's coat. I'm going to put this thing, and we're going to call this book Ouch This May Hurt. And then when Walking My Shoes came, that's where I pulled the ouch from.
Got you.
Because that whole book was kind of written from that Dr. Ouch perspective. So now my brand is kind of like Dr. Ouch. If I create a work like that, I say Dr. Ouch Presents.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like the thing because in the movie Walking My Shoes, you held everybody accountable. You had the man's
He
perspective.
ain't play.
You had the woman's perspective. And then it was like, when I seen the end, it was like, oh, well, that's the double standard. She get this shit, she get, you know, I'm like, yo, like, that's fire.
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, you coming up with stuff that people need, man. It's like, it's more than just entertaining and getting money, but it's like, you making people think, like,
It's
big.
and I man, people. I'm a preacher's grandkid, right? So people give me that. They used to always say, "You just like your grand." And I realized, okay, I'm not the pastor like him because my life was a little different than his, but it's similar because I'm still giving messages and
Right.
preaching really kind of through my works. So that's, to me, that's what I do. That's
And
what
I mean, we the church anyway. Like,
That's
the church
it.
is not the building, we the church, so the church is everywhere.
That's it, man. I just everything I do, like I said, I wanted to invoke some kind of change and just everyday behavior and make us better.
Got you. Who's your favorite filmmaker?
Favorite filmmaker, Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
And I think we had this conversation before, but Spike Lee. But the reason why I love how he incorporates where he's from
Right.
in everything that he does, and you can see a piece of him in his work. And I just love the independent route that he went
Got
from
you.
the start. So that inspired me. I've grown to like Tyler Perry, not as much for his content. I'm not as big of a fan of his work, but I am patterning myself after him as far as
How he, like, put
as
people
far as
on
how
and-
he's putting people on, how he's building the brand himself with his own studio, and he owns everything.
Yeah.
That's what it's about for us.
Yeah. Alright, so we at North County High School right now, home of the Knights. And this is where you was a dual sport athlete,
Yeah.
double sport, played football and basketball, huh?
Football and basketball, man. I love it. Football, my first love, though. And I broke my collarbone right on that field over there too. My ninth grade year, yeah.
It sounds so painful. You watching the NFL games, you be like, oh, he broke his collarbone. It sounds so painful. You guys said you won the state championship here?
Yes, we did in football. It's funny, actually. I spoke at Bowie State last Wednesday, college, and my old football coach, who bought one of my books, that's who invited me to speak.
Oh, yeah?
We still got a good relationship to this day, yeah. Coach Pendel.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
He's a professor at Bowie State.
Okay. I actually think that's a dope idea. I think like having an outdoor premiere and incorporating like college kids, like it might spark like their brain, like, oh, they doing this, trying to connect, you know, with the youth today, young women, young men. I know people kind of been going crazy over Issa Rae and her Insecurities. I haven't seen all of that, but I think it's pretty dope.
Right. Yeah, and you can keep straight all the way down this alley. Not really, because this is the crazy thing is like ever since I kind of started doing this, I don't watch a lot of TV.
It's the same thing though.
So
It's the same thing
I
with me.
couldn't tell you. Like every now and then I know when I see something good that I like, but I don't attach it to a certain specific director.
Gotcha.
Well, when I lived out here, when I tell you, it's like this is the birthplace of rats. I'm serious, yo. You take out that trash every night in this backyard. It's like the rat club was like free before 11 or something like that. Like that's how deep it is when I'm talking about 15 of them running through the backyard, shooting in the. Yeah, get down here and make a right. I thought that was Reggie.
Your boy Donald Trump was like, yeah, David said it. It's a ran infested shit. I told you I wasn't lying. So I can actually, you think I can park right here?
No, I will go around because you can be park right where we getting out.
So we're in Lakeland right now.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit.
Tapsco Avenue.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn a little bit more because I didn't really. I would come through here kind of so often, but like I never like really like sat in and like chopped it up with anybody. But tell me a little bit about the spot and how it's important to you.
Man, this spot is significant to me because around 2013, like right after the first book, I told you I lost everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I moved here, me and my wife separated, I moved in with my mom. And shortly after I'm here, I start my personal development journey because everything is so low. That's when I start learning about Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm doing a lot of reading. And I'm trying to build myself up. And then she tells me, David, I'm getting ready to move. You good? You got somewhere to go? And I really had nowhere to go, but I couldn't tell moms that. And so she moved out in, I think August of like 2014.
Okay.
And I was in my car, man, from about August to October. And I'll be telling people like, they start saying I'm getting in shape. Nobody knew, and this is the first time I'm actually saying this on camera. Nobody knew that I was getting in shape because I was taking my showers in the gym.
I would have never knew that, though. Yeah. I would have never knew that.
But I would tell people, man, my mind was still in one of the best places during that time because of all that I was feeding it. And that's why, even with my kids, I get into, like, teaching them the power of feeding your mind and personal development and how important it is because it's like your mind is your navigation system. So whatever you put in it, that's where you're going. And I knew that I was good and I had everything I needed regardless. Then I came back here because my buddy lived here and needed a roommate. So I thank him for that. Robert Kelly, he don't even know how much that phone call meant to me. And then that's where I actually wrote Life of an Alpha Male, and my first feature film, Walking My Shoes, was right out here.
Okay.
So from my darkest times, birthed something big in my life. So something special came from it.
That's what's up. So you just said you wrote Life of an Alpha Male over here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I know it's going to drop sometime next year.
Yes.
I don't want you to tell too much about it, but kind of tell the audience enough, get them hyped up about, because I'll be seeing you on Instagram, all that stuff, y'all filming and stuff. So tell me a little bit about Life of an Alpha Male.
Life of an Alpha Male is about this guy. I wanted to do a story about this guy with this it factor. They tried to do it in How to Be a Player. They did the Boomerang, but he's a totally different character. And I put him in therapy because I wanted people to get his psyche. The guy with the it factor, the guy that's not the player, not really trying to look for the women, but the women are just attracted to him. Okay. And I don't want to give too much, but that's going to be a story that people talking about for sure. It's never been done before.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so you got 3 girls, right?
3 daughters, yep.
All right. So I've been seeing you, I think one had like the slate board, the clapboard.
Yeah, man.
So how are they kind of, you see them following in your footsteps? Because I've been seeing them on set and stuff.
I do, and the main reason I put them on set, and they're talented. They are. I actually have a little skit called Sisters on YouTube right now with my 2 youngest daughters. Okay. Who did super well. But the main reason I have them on set is I just want them to dream big and be inspired from me and see me directing and owning, and just so they think that way. I want to kind of change the dynamic of the family and everybody thinks ownership and following your dream. Okay.
Okay, I like that. I got my son, I put him in a couple of my movies, but I'm kind of at that point where it's like, I don't want everybody to be like, it's really not really about what everybody else think. But it's kind of, I want him to earn it. You know, he an 8-year-old little boy.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, my daddy's the director, so, oh, I know I'm going to be on it. Nah, you got to, you know, earn your keep or, you know, pay your dues or whatever. So I like that. I like how you incorporate your family in your movies.
Sure.
So you already know the climate in America right now. We still got this COVID thing going on. It's just so much going on. 2020 is a rough year. What do you like, any like, I guess, advice? What do you tell your girls about being black in America in 2020?
Well, I took them to the African American Museum in DC.
It's a nice museum.
And I did that before COVID, before any of that started, and they learned a lot. And I was saying, my daughter just sent me a meme the other day showing Breonna Taylor and Emmett Till on the split screen. And she said, Dad, wow, this is still happening today, what we learned. And so it broke my heart that we still have to teach our kids that today, but I teach them to not let being black be a hindrance too.
Right.
Because I don't want them to get the victim mentality. Again, that's why I bring them on set. That's why, and I'm like, look, strive to own. It starts in the house. Teach your kids right how to be a better person. And make sure you treat people right and still love on people. We don't try to get caught up into the hatred, because that can happen.
Right.
Yeah, that can happen. So, man, just trying to teach them right. That's it.
Okay.
Teach them to put God first.
All right. So, you know, we're just going to wrap this thing up. But I appreciate your time. You know, you showing me this area. I learned like a little bit more about the Lakeland and the Pumphrey area.
Yeah, man.
So, like, with your work, I know it's always like a message in it. I know that you're not just doing it just for the money or the fame, but you're doing it, But
entertainment with a purpose.
Entertainment with a purpose.
Yeah.
I like that. So, like, what's like one thing that you would want to be known for at the end of your career, like that mark when you're putting your mark in the industry?
One, just what we said, that you know that my work made a difference. And not just made you laugh, not just emotional, but it actually made a difference, and people say they were inspired to change their life through my art. Like, that's a dope thing. And I want to be an inspiration to where I can look back, or people looking like, man, because of David Lloyd Marcus, I was inspired to do my own company. I was inspired to go after my dream and do something different in the community. And I try my best to not showcase us in stereotypical roles, yeah, man, and be creative. So that's what I want to be known for.
Okay. And for the people out there that's struggling, the people that's just like F 2020 and I'm through with 2020, what's one word of positive advice you can do to uplift the people out there?
I'm shooting a feature film right now, and I wrote a book, all in this F 2020 time, and both are doing really well. The book is doing extremely well. So you can't let circumstances affect you at all.
Right.
You can't be, it's like, you got to set that sail, man, and not get caught up and let life blow you around. So it's up to you.
Brother, I just want to let you know it's a pleasure to have your number at my phone. It's a pleasure to know you, have this interview. I'm so glad that I met you. God bless you. Thank you for this interview.
I'm inspired by you, man. This was dope. So
hey, man, we inspire each other.
Yeah, you keep pushing. You asked me about my young filmmakers. I like you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you the man. That's why you the man.
That's it. I'm inspired by people, my peers at this point. So.
Okay. All right, everybody. So, Mr. David Lloyd Marcus, Walk in My Shoes, Dr. Outs, Life of an Alpha Male. He write books. He does movies. I'm inspired to know this man. Hey, look, be on the lookout because we got a lot of stuff dropping. Yeah, we're doing big things. So, be more and beyond. I appreciate y'all checking this out. We'll have somebody new next week. God bless y'all. Stay tuned. Be encouraged. Love. Hey, what's up, y'all? Just want to thank you for all your support and all your patience with our recent projects. COVID has slowed down a lot of our projects that we had planned. A lot of you are aware of We the People. We were supposed to start last summer, but due to COVID, it slowed us down, but it hasn't stopped us. But we just want to give you an update with that. We the People auditions will be March 27th, 2021. So if you already submitted your headshots and your resume and all this stuff, we still have it, so no need to resubmit. If you would like to audition for We the People, submit your resumes and headshots to wtpthemovie@gmail.com.
All right, so a lot of you guys don't know how much work and finance goes into making a movie. We have to pay for a lot of things, from props to wardrobes, visual effects, even permits and insurance. So we have set our movie budget to $50,000, which is still considered low budget. We'll be asking you guys to donate anything that you can, $1, $5, $50, $1,000. Every little bit counts to reach our goal. All funds will go towards making this project a wonderful success. So we look forward to getting the ball rolling. We love you guys.
We look forward to seeing you guys on March 27th, and we would appreciate anything that you could give. Thank you all. We love you. God bless.